Hello warriors, we already showed you how to use stairs as tactical advantage. Today we are going to show you how to use walls. We already showed you how to use doors to your advantage. Okay, the guy with the knife cannot reach you. Great. How to use stairs, the distance, I can kick. Well, look at those videos because doors, stairs are everywhere. Today we are going to talk about one more thing that is absolutely everywhere and can be used for your advantage, which is going to be the wall. With the walls we can actually get the impact power of baton without actually drawing the baton. Think about it, the walls are everywhere, it's very hard, so if you get hit by it, it's going to cause a lot of damage. So even if I'm not as strong, not as big, the wall is a good equalizer. Plus, no one expects it. No one is training for the walls, they're not using them, and little to no people expect that actually the wall will be used against me. It will always depend how we are actually using the wall. Are we using it correctly? It's not going to be for any support, it will be used something like this. So we are against the wall, I get attacked there, and now I create the angle, and now I am going to hit him with strikes to the wall, like I would be hitting if there would be no head. So if you would want to strike the wall, placement on the hand is basically on my head, exactly like you would be hitting the wall. Boom. And the second hand is there for the support. This is the correct way to actually use the wall and with some good advantage hit my head against the wall. Keep in mind that the wall is not just some easy weapon or your tactical advantage. It's very hard. It can potentially even knock me out with the first strike or potentially kill me. So use the wall in scenarios where you should use it. He has a knife, he's trying to kill me, yeah, of course use it. But if we are in the yard and someone's pushing me, I shouldn't just bash his head against the wall, of course. What is actually going to be here is not just about I'm going to grab the head and until endlessly just strike and I'm going to be here standing. If the first one doesn't knock me out, which can happen, but if the first one doesn't knock me out, I will start cover up. Of course, we could be talking about these strikes will break my hand and I will stop, but you will have to have a lot of power. Again, we are talking about it could be doing something like a small boy, small girl. What we'll have to do is when I start covering up after the first strike, somewhere here, now look what's exposed. Now I'm exposed to strikes, I start covering here and I get strike here. So you'll have to choose between, okay, he's covering his head against the wall, I can strike. He's now depending here, I will strike to the wall. It's very hard to defend both. Like if I would get into this position, probably it's very easy for you to do anything with me at this point. So always differentiate between he's defending the wall or is he defending the strikes. Think about it now that when I am defending, now I am the one who's reacting and you are preparing the action. So if I really start covering everywhere on the head, look what's all exposed. Because you can differentiate between I go up, down, and I'm going to be confused. It's a very dynamic, quick situation. How am I going to cover everything? I can't, and even if I did, I'm not attacking anymore. I completely stopped attacking. I'm in all defensive mode. The wall can be, of course, used even for disarming the person, because if you know disarms, like typical way of disarms, it's cool, it looks good in movies, but in many cases it can be problematic. Different knives, different ways I'm holding. This will assure you that if you hit the hand a couple of times against the walls, these hands tend to really break. That's why you are not going away and just hitting walls, because the bones are not as hard as the walls. So if you can, you create a space right away, grab the arm, and now, just like before, smash it again. Like before, you cannot just smash 50 times. I will start to do something, but the mechanic is exactly the same as against the head. So I will be breaking these bones if I will be just standing there. If there's a big possibility after a second I just drop, and now I made your job even more easier. That means that you will have to combine everything together when it comes to hand, head, lower, upper. We'll show you very slowly. Face, hand, and then head, strikes, bashing. I start covering here, up, down, and just continually brutalize me. After 5 seconds, I probably should not be able to fight. If he is, you probably are doing a couple of things wrong, so train more. Even this, you will have to train, like we say in every single video, you will have to train what we are saying here. So what you will need to do is grab something that is very thick. So when you are using it as a wall, it doesn't actually hurt me. In many gyms, you can see very big, something that you can use for walls. So very good for training. Get some helmets, so you can really add the dynamics there. And you don't kill each other during it, so that's very important. Because you will have to be dynamic, because you want to combine between strikes, upper, lower. Of course, in real fight we could be saying it's 4 or 5 hits, 3 if you are very good, and the fight will slowly but surely be over. But for training, it's just better for you if you will be able to combine upper, lower, hand to hand. All of this will be to your advantage in real life. If you are going really like full 100% speed, it probably would be better to get a bob, but because even with the partner, you probably still have to treat him good, a little bit better than just the bob. But with bob you can actually go really full speed, but it doesn't give you always the same feedback of I was slipping too much here, I was just focusing on head, so I get slashed. That's what the partner is good for. But for the sake of intensity and the power, bob is a great option. The same goes for every single weapon. So if I am holding knife, baton, broken bottle or injection, or even a gun, take it with a grain of salt, the gun. But if you know how, it doesn't matter if you're trying to disarm me or just bring my hand completely. It doesn't matter what I'm holding, the same will happen whatever I am having in my hand at the moment. We were just talking about the walls, but the same goes for ground. It doesn't matter if it's ground, floor, you can do the same things. You can still bash the head against the ground. The same goes for the hand. It doesn't matter what I'll be holding, it's the same principles. If you know how to do it, that's why it's SORUDO. Always the same thing for the different problems. Wall, ground, bash the head, bash the hand, it will give up eventually. Surprisingly, as big as an advantage it is, using the wall or the ground, no one is basically training it, or very small people actually do train with walls on the ground. So that's why we showed you in today's video how big of an advantage it is and why you should start applying it to the training. But if you want to see some more things that you can use to your tactical advantage, let us know in the comment section. Peter can definitely give us even more of the advices of what we can actually use, because if you know how, anything can be used as a weapon in hand or even if you're not carrying anything. But for us, this has been all. Definitely let us know in the comments what you want to see more. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and definitely like this so we know that you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching till the very end, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.